genital discomfort? Are you? Oh, no, 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 no. I know it's a terrible, terrible thing because you want to feel fantastic down there. All right, so this is the thing. There's a saying, Carolyn Myss is an amazing psychic about what causes what illnesses. And one of the things she always said is that herpes, for example, is always caused by guilt over your pleasure. And I would extend that to say that all discomfort in your yoni or your phallus, you know, dry, sticky, itchy, it comes down to the same thing. It's that you are craving more pleasure and you're not allowing yourself to have it. Or you are having a lot of it and you're feeling guilty about it. All right? So we just need to work with you a little bit, okay? You love pleasure, and pleasure is safe, pleasure is divine, pleasure is sacred. Pleasure is the secret to more pleasure, to heaven on earth. All right, so it's the reverse of all kinds of phobias we've been taught. So now, if though you are betraying somebody, if your pleasure, what it comes down to is that you're messing around on a number of people, you're feeling guilty, then you're going to get some kind of genital something that will reflect your conflict between the two or your conflict inside yourself. So to clear that, you just need to get clear with your people that you're open or you're not yet feeling devoted. There's not enough commitment there. They're not there for you enough to be able to totally commit to that person, or it's just not the time in your life. You're exploring more, and you have to, because that's where you're at. You can't fake where you're at, and you don't need to. Let me think. Other things. So the more you pleasure yourself, the more levels of pleasure you will start to feel. Okay, I would recommend you get a mirror. Cynthia Miller is an amazing teacher of sexual practices. I would totally recommend her workshops if you can go to one. And she will host these pussy pleasure dialogues that I've been trying to host. I can't get people to open up the way she does. If you go to one of her workshops, you'll really, really get into, you know, those sacred stories that are just yours, that sometimes are buried, and we don't honor that they are the matrix of our joy. So your pussy pleasure, your phallus pleasure, one way to help you with any kind of discomfort is use coconut oil, okay? Always with sex, use lubrication, whether or not you're wet already. It just makes everything flow. It's easy. And look at yourself in the mirror, okay? Look at your beautiful pussy or phallus in the mirror while you pleasure yourself, and you're going to turn yourself on more and more. And the more you turn yourself on, see what happens is, we start to turn ourselves on, we feel fantastic, and then we're like, oh God, I can't believe I did that. How did I spend all morning or all day with myself? I'm so embarrassed. And then we don't. And then our body starts to like get itchy and burny and angry because our body's going, hey, what happened? I was into that. Remember me? Come back. So you can't really expect your body to be okay with you just ignoring it. And what will happen is at first the body's all uncomfortable and itchy or burning or whatever, going, remember me, don't feel guilty, come back. And then if you do keep ignoring yourself at that point and you don't come back, the body eventually will forget you and becomes numb or so see, the discomfort is the sign that it's the body actually still being alive and awake, saying, I'm here and I want more joy. And stimulation is blood circulation, is oxygen, you know. But when you feel those signs and those requests from yourself and you just ignore it, it's like a baby crying in the other room who eventually has soul loss, soul theft, goes numb, goes dead, and the person's like, oh good, that baby's not crying anymore, it doesn't bother me as much. But really, they broke the heart of the baby by not picking the baby up. So pick your baby up, frickin' pick your baby up when it cries, no matter how inconvenient it is. If that baby cries all night long, you pick that baby up every time, okay? You hold the baby and you're the one that gets exhausted, not the baby. Baby gets filled up and happy. It only lasts 2 to 3 years. Come on, you can do it. All right, so anyway, your pussy, your phallus, it's like a baby. But it's not. It's mature now, and you, if you keep ignoring, first there's soul loss, there's numbness, there's deadness, then there's real genital illness. There's really problems and cysts and cancers, and all those things come from this combination of guilt and ignoring and refusing to pleasure yourself, and forget all that, okay? None of that. No. You're just gonna go for loving yourself, okay? And the more you love yourself, the better a lover you are to yourself. Of course, you're gonna attract lovers who are at your level, and you'll know much more about how to pleasure somebody else, okay? Pleasure your heart, pleasure your soul. Remember music, remember candles, remember soft silken sheets and beautiful smells and incense and all the things that you need to romance yourself. Romance yourself, lovely one. Okay? Love, life. Love you. Okay? Love you. Okay. Bye-bye.